Hello everybody, my name is James and today I'm going to show you just a few tips on securing your Grandstream UCM PBX. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is make sure that you change the administrator password. In order to do that, we go to Maintenance, Change Information, and here we enter the old password. We enter the new password. Make sure you write or use the same one. While you're here, make sure you put an email address into the change binding email field. This particular field is used in case you lock yourself out of the admin interface. You can get an email to redo your password so that you can get into the system. So once you make your changes, go up to Save and click Apply Changes, and you'll be greeted back at the main login screen. So go ahead and log in with your new password. Alright, the next piece that is recommended by Grandstream is if you have this PBX facing the outside world and you want to admin it from the outside world. As you can see up in the address bar, it's using 8089. The recommendation is to change that port, and in order to do that, you go to System Settings, HTTP Server, and here the first thing Grandstream recommends is that you disable the redirect. So now people have to know to go to this specific port with HTTPS. You can change this port to anything you'd like. Make sure it's something random so that people don't know what they're hitting when they go to that. You can also enable the IP address whitelist, where if you know that you're coming in from a certain IP address all the time, you can put that in there, and then that is allowed to access the system. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it back to enable because I don't put my box on the public internet. It's inside my network, behind my firewall. The only people that can get to it are people inside my network. Now, we didn't make any changes, so we can go ahead and move on. So the next piece that we're going to go over is under System Settings, and then we're going to go to Security Settings. Now, here at Static Defense, the way I look at it is it's kind of a little router, where a firewall basically, where you can actually tell it to drop ports. You can actually have various things that if you don't want ping to reply to ping, you can actually set it up to not reply to those. If you're in routed mode or router mode, you can enable dynamic defense, which this will help the unit stop any brute force attempts, or if anybody from a particular IP address is hammering your system, it will actually start to block them, to blacklist them. I don't have the system in router mode, but I still enable it anyway, just in case. Next is fail to ban. And I'm sure anyone that's used to free PBX or Asterisk in general is very familiar with fail to ban. It's a great utility. You enable fail to ban, and what this does is it says anybody coming in trying to hit this box with, particularly for SIP, that they have so many attempts within a certain amount of time, and if they hit that limit, then they're blacklisted for X amount of time. So right here in my whitelist, I whitelist my 2 internal networks because I know if anything is happening in here, I probably screwed up a password or something and I don't want to blacklist. So the other recommendation that Grandstream has out there in their document is once the system is up and running and you have it configured the way you want to disable SSH access. So by default it is checked. You just uncheck it, go to save, and then apply changes. Now Grandstream has a wonderful document at their main webpage that goes over UCM security. That's where I want to leave everyone with. I think you should read this document, understand all the settings in the document before you go out, because I just gave a very basic overview of some of Grandstream's recommendations on this, and I really gave more on the network side than actually securing it for SIP. They have other recommendations in there, changing the SIP port, going into the extensions media tab strategy and telling it to use a local subnet instead of allowing everything. That limits the connections to come in from just your local network. So in order to find that document, you just go to Grandstream's website, grandstream.com, click on support, and go to resources. If it'll let me, we'll do it this way. Okay. Click on find a resource. Enter the product name. So UCM should bring up any of their UCM series. The one that I have is the UCM 6200. I have the 6204. Click on go. And now we can scroll down. And the first thing that pops up is security. So right here, the UCM security manual is the document that I pulled a lot of this from. They also have a whole security webinar that they talk about everything as well. That's already on YouTube. But you can scroll through here and you can find all of their recommendations for their various security settings and to keep the system secure. So that's all I wanted to show you guys. I appreciate everything. If I misspoke about anything, let me know. I will correct it and post a new video showing the corrections. So thank you very much.